Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I'm Brett Chapin. That's Daisy Egan. We're joined today by the talented actor, Mr. George Wendt. If you have any questions for George, make sure you give us a call at 1-800-336-2225, 1-800-336-2225.
George, my boyfriend just texted me and says in 1988 he did a film with you called Plain Clothes. He was an extra. And he wants to know how you stay so ageless.
Well, I just take such good care of myself.
It's the beer, isn't it?
Water, yeah. No. I
There's
couldn't
water
tell
in
you.
beer.
Yeah, there's water in beer. That's it. Beer, sure.
Yeah, barley's good for you.
Yeah.
So you're basically just pickled.
Yeah. Good one. That is good. Preserved.
Nice.
Lots of
Yeah.
preservatives.
Well, speaking of beer, your name is pretty synonymous with a pretty legendary character, Norm from Cheers, and I did want to ask you, like, if there's any sort of difficulty to that with being typecast or things like that, or if you just take it and embrace it, it's great.
No doubt. Certainly I take it and embrace it. There's no denying, my background and, what it sort of overwhelms the way anyone, thinks of me otherwise. But, I managed to stay busy, but nothing really has had the impact of Cheers. So, people think I've retired and stuff. It's funny. But
No, guys, I've been constantly working.
Yeah, and never have I played an out-of-work accountant who sits in a bar all day. Right now I'm playing the dean of a medical school. But I suppose there's been, oodles of projects where like I don't even hear about them, or they don't want to consider me because of everyone just thinks I'm Norm from Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that is for real or not, because it hasn't hurt Woody.
Sure. And you've certainly not suffered from a lack of work since Cheers, so.
No.
Is it ever difficult? I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of people come up to you, recognize you on the street, and say, "Hey, Norm," that kind of thing. Does that ever get a little bit maybe on your nerves?
Very early on, I thought to myself, if I'm going to let this make me crazy, I'll be certifiable in very short order.
Yes.
So I just decided to roll with it.
Great attitude.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Obviously you enjoy doing theater.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that sort of wrestle with yourself about it in terms of what it quote unquote says about your career? Do you know what I mean?
I think I might know what you mean. Does it mean like I don't I don't get enough fancy feature film offers?
Yeah, like people might be like, "Oh, well, he has to do theater." Right.
Well, yeah, it's true. In the sense that if I had a really fancy, career in big movies, I might not be as available for theater, but I managed to juggle the zero budget indies that I do with theater, and it doesn't seem to get in the way.
And you love doing theater.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's by far the most fun.
Yeah.
Movies suck out loud. And that's it's just we have from the theater technical rehearsal is the most difficult part of the process. You've rehearsed for several weeks, and now it's just about every little tiny minute detail of technical things, lighting, sound, marks, sound cues. It's just profoundly boring, and that's every day on a feature film is tech.
Yeah.
there's hardly any joy.
Yeah.
So, the actors run the show. Once a show opens, it's kind of on us in theater, and so we just have a grand old time, and we get to play, and the audience is in the space with us, and there's no distance, no 6 months to 18 months away from an audience
Right.
ever seeing it, or I don't know. It's just way more satisfying work.
Do you find that you really enjoy the immediate audience feedback that you get with theater rather
Of
than
course, yeah.
in film?
It's
Is that part of it?
Yeah, there's none of it in a film,
Mhm.
and in theater, it's a circuit. It's it's like an electrical circuit. There's a feedback. There's the connection right away.
Definitely. Well, Daisy and I both being theater actors, I think that we're both very glad that you're doing Los Angeles theater right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Los Angeles theater, as our audience knows
Yeah.
very well. I'm a huge supporter of Los Angeles theater, so I think it's awesome to have you
Thank you.
treading the boards here.
Thanks. Yeah, it's not that often that I play here, but I've always enjoyed it.
And I saw you in art, and you were phenomenal.
Cool.
Just phenomenal.
In New York, that
Mhm,
was
yeah.
cool.
It was a really beautiful production.
Art was a theater piece?
Yes.
Yeah, art, 3-person thing. I mentioned New York because I did it in London first
Yeah.
with Stacy Keach and the late David Dukes,
Oh, wow.
who was
Cool.
quite an LA theater actor. He really kept busy here in theater. And then I went to Broadway with Judd Hirsch and Joe Morton, and that was fun. It's about 3 middle-aged guys who one of lifelong friends. One of them buys a painting, blank canvas, white on white, for $350,000, and the other guy can't deal with it. And
Sounds
great piece.
I love
Sounds
that.
cool. Guys, if you have any questions for George Wendt, make sure you give us a call at 1-800-336-2225, 1-800-336-2225. We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Daisy right here on CRN Digital Talk.